Up. Good boy. Sit. Hi everybody. I'm Michael and this is Mojito, and we're here today, or I'm here, he's just along for the ride. I'm here today to give you an introduction to my upcoming video series and maybe some different areas to look at. And what you'll find as you look through this library of videos, and you'll see many different people in here. So there was a lot of hands, let's say, and a lot of support from my students, teachers, and even some folks who helped out with some of the video work. So there's a lot of time and effort that went into this. So I hope you'll find some parts of this that you could benefit from and take away and build your own knowledge of yoga from what's offered here. So what you'll find within these movements that are here is a lot of it, if not most of it, is based on traditional Hatha yoga movements. So you'll find some poses that you may know, some new poses, and what I do within these movements with the help of the teachers and students that have helped me with this is we just break down different aspects of yoga, let's say the philosophy, or the anatomical focus, or even just the simple breathing within a yoga pose, because there's really the simplest parts of yoga are sometimes the parts of yoga that are overlooked. So basically, I try to keep it simple and just offer the essential stuff with everything that's offered here. And one thing I want to be clear and make folks aware of as they go through this is that just with what I'm offering in these videos, it's not, it doesn't mean that my way is right. It doesn't mean that the other way is wrong. All it is the beauty of humanity and the differences within all of us. So I'm just sharing with you my experience, which I've acquired over 30 years of rolling out the yoga mat and 15 years of teaching yoga. Through the course of that time, I've taught about 12,000 yoga classes and seen probably over 500,000 people at this point. So I think I've acquired some knowledge as to what works and what does not work. So I try to capture that within these movements, and at the same time add a little humor into it all, because that's really what I try to put in with some of these videos and into my classes, because yeah, we do have to take these things seriously, but not to the point where we have such adamant and disciplined focus that we forget the whole goal of yoga. Or the whole goal of yoga is to really stop the fluctuations of our mind, where I think laughter is a good medicine. So take it all very lightly, and feel free to laugh at any time at all. And that's really a cool thing too, where you don't have to be so stringent or strict with everything we do here. Everybody is so unique. So work according to how you're feeling, and you'll find your place within everything we're doing here. Then what you will find also is many different body types within the movements, within the poses that I have offered here. And you may also come to the yoga classes or go to other yoga classes, and you may find different ways to do the same movements, or maybe one day something feels right, another day something feels wrong. You have to look at it like this. We don't need to force ourselves into any of these poses. If anything, the pose meets you, and that's what makes it yours, and that's what makes all of us so unique. So please don't ever think you have to look or force yourself into a pose to be a certain way. Be yourself, and I don't think you could go wrong at all. So that's the little introduction to all those videos. What you will find through the library of these videos, that there's 3 sections. There's the introduction, the internal, and the awareness series. And basically there's just different areas of focus within those 3 different libraries of yoga videos. And another thing that I want to make clear is, please don't look at any of these videos, or even if you come to yoga class or have a yoga practice, try not to look at any of these positions or things like that as advancement of yoga. Like sometimes people may see someone doing a fancy pose and think, whoa, they're advanced at yoga, where in my opinion, the only way to advance your yoga is to no longer look at advancing your yoga. So it's like a paradox, let's say, but it's really you being content with where you're at. And once you're there, I'd say that's the best place for yoga, and that's your path. So getting back into the videos, you'll find those 3 different libraries in there, but the message through all of them, or hopefully the overpowering message through all of it, is some very simple stuff. With our breathing, within all the movements, all yoga practices, especially physical yoga, you want to have breath control, or pranayama as it's called in the traditional sense, because that's so very important. And then there's different areas of dhyana or dharana, which is commonly known as meditation or concentration. Because I would think the only way to benefit from something is to pay attention to it. And considering the amount of time and effort we put into our yoga practice and our yoga classes, it would only make sense to benefit from what we do. So that's why the concentration and the meditation is so very important. And then there's the part that we all love so much, and that's what we look forward to. It's the asanas, the poses. You even like the poses too, don't you? We love those yoga poses, and honestly, the body needs the movements, because that's what keeps, that's the glue that keeps it all together. If the body isn't functioning properly, how does the mind function? And when the mind gets more in tune with the body, that's how we create that mind-body connection we all know as yoga. So the breathing, the focus, and the poses, those are some areas, and as you'll find in different videos in here, there's different areas along the path of yoga, which you'll see how that all ties in with all these movements. So very simply, this is for everybody. If you're a new student, it can give you an idea of what to expect when you come to yoga class. If you've been practicing yoga for a while, it could be some areas that you look at and say, all right, I forgot about that, or it's good to know that. And even if you're a yoga teacher, it's an area where you could say, that's something that I could put into my class, or, I don't think I need to worry about that in my yoga class. So there's something for everybody here, whether you're new to yoga or you've been practicing yoga quite some time. So overall, it's very simple. Through it all, take away what works for you, and then what doesn't work for you, leave the rest behind. You'll find some stuff you like, you'll find some stuff you don't like. Just keep your mind open. When the mind is open, it will receive the knowledge that comes through, and that's always a good thing to be aware of. So share the videos with your friends, share them with your neighbors. You can come out and try the poses in yoga class. You could try them at home. Main thing is, have some fun. Practice your yoga and breathe deeply with whatever you do. So if you have any suggestions or you have any comments, I'm always available after class. Feel free to approach me, and if you're not in the area, you can always email me if you like. I'm always open to learn whatever knowledge can come through, because we're all students and we're all teachers. So I think that's all I have for today. Looks like we have a beautiful day here in Princeton. We're here at Yoga Love, so I think Mo and I are going to go outside for a walk now and enjoy the beautiful day. What do you think, Mo? Want to head out for a walk? All right. So that's all for today, everybody. Thank you for joining us today, and we will hopefully see you soon. Namaste.